The Last of Us is easily the most popular game in the story gaming genre and the icon of Naughty Dog. And in today's video I'm going to be attempting to get all 29 trophies of The Last of Us, getting a full 100% on both the story and the Left Behind DLC. The story is an amazing cinematic experience and game overall, and I just can't wait to get into the story and the experience of The Last of Us. The first playthrough of the game was honestly one of the best playthroughs of gaming I've ever had in my life, and I know that's a massive overstatement to say, but it's genuinely true. I didn't play this first playthrough with any tutorials or any videos to help me find out how to 100% each section. I played it just based on how I wanted to, and it was enjoyable. Every single moment, every single touching adventure with Joel and Ellie was having, it just felt like a complete different experience to gaming and other games in general. However, that doesn't mean throughout the playthrough I didn't get a single trophy or didn't do anything. Throughout this whole playthrough I got some story trophies, random trophies that I got just from playing the game, upgrading my gear, finding comic books and locating artifacts, essentials, you get the point. I basically got a few trophies, but not all of them. However, this first playthrough wasn't about trophy grinding, this was just about experiencing the game and having an overall feel for it.
You keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
With the first run being complete, we still had a lot of collectibles and stuff that were left behind from stuff we missed, so that led me straight into making a new game plus and going on to our second game of the video.
Listen to me, I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. No. No, no, please. Please, please don't. Please.
Yeah, playing that part again, it never gets easier seeing that. It always seems like every time I see Sarah die in Joel's arms, it's just more and more sad and worse each time. In this run I decided to play as Joel in his The Last of Us 2 skin because we never really get to play as it much, and you know, I thought it would look good, so I made that choice. Unlike the first run that was more focused on having fun, just experiencing the story overall, this second run is more focused on really going into detail, trying to find every single crevice spot where, you know, supplies or pendants or comic books or manuals could have been hidden. I was really working on trying to push my way through this story, not as quick as I could, but just to take my time with it, because I wanted this run to cover as much stuff as I could so I didn't have to go back and do it all over again. Making my way through the story, I decided to go to the workbench and fully upgrade my pistol and slightly upgrade my revolver. Now, even though these aren't really trophies and don't really count towards anything, I just thought this was something that should have been a trophy, and even if it wasn't, I'm still going to try and get the weapons fully upgraded to all of them if I can. If I can't, then oh well, it's not a big deal, but I like to do this on the side.
Still out? But man, can't deny that view.
Come on, this way.
Making my way to Bill's and leaving Boston, I upgraded my stats on my tree, and then I had to go ahead and find a safe. That wasn't the safe that I needed, but it still gave me a lot of supplies, and along finding a shift door, which is 11 out of 13 I had to do. So far throughout the story, everything was going well and I had a lot of supplies and ammo and resources, mainly because I played the game for the first time and this is my second run, so I already knew I was doing more and I knew what weapons and tools I needed to utilize, and I knew I didn't actually have to save for any moments or hard bits because I already knew what was going to happen. So playing throughout this first couple of sections was easy, but that doesn't mean it doesn't get harder as we go on. Right here I received the trophy for upgrading every melee and destroying it each time. On my next workbench I fully upgraded my revolver to max, and I had my shotgun just 2 or 3 upgrades away from being maxed out as well. And this actually put me on a pretty good point for the next section, because the next section is where I had to do the bloaters, infected and clickers, and I needed a lot of ammo capacity for that.
A stalemate.
That's awful.
You're awful.
Do you even understand what that means?
Nope. Doesn't matter. That's it. That's all I got.
I finally got enough pills for the next upgrade, which I chose to do healing speed, as it will help me better.
Peas on a need-to-know basis. Need.
I get it.
A moon rock tastes better than an earthly rock because it's meatier. Oh man, that made me hungry.
Yes, these jokes are 100% needed for the 100% platinum, because actually one of the trophies is to literally survive all of Ellie's jokes. I mean, come on, they're not that bad. I mean, okay, they are pretty bad, but not as bad as, you know, other jokes. Now, have you ever heard of other comedians that have bad jokes? Not saying any names. Progressing through, I found my 12th shiv door that I had to unlock, which means there was only 1 shiv door left in the whole game left to do. And yes, there was some pretty good supplies in this one as well. Next, we ended up listening to our 3rd out of 6 Ellie jokes that we had to do. And this will be one of the last ones we find during this series. Unfortunately, we didn't find any more, but that means we're going to have to go back and play through again. Progressing through the story more, we ended up getting more pills and unlocking listening speed distance. Finding another workbench, we decided to upgrade our shotgun fully and our bow fully, which is actually all the weapons we can fully upgrade and unlock right now, as we don't have any more to do until we get to the next section of the game, which leads right next to our next trophy, which is called Light Out, which is basically where we had to go up to this generator, turn it off so all the lights go out without getting detected. And as you can see from the clips,
Going over this way.
I died a couple of times, but eventually we did get the trophy, and that's another trophy down to the platinum. Progressing further, I decided to upgrade my crafting speed, and I found the first official comic that I was missing, and this will be 9 out of 14 left. Getting to my next workbench, I decided to upgrade a new weapon that I found, which was the shorty. Now unfortunately I didn't get to upgrade everything because I still had not enough nuts and bolts left, so I still had to go ahead and search throughout the rest of the second run to hopefully upgrade this weapon higher. Alongside finding another safe in this section, which was the 4th and final safe out of 3 that I had to complete and finish, which got me the Sticky Fingers trophy, getting me closer to that platinum on my 14th trophy. Moving on to Tommy's Den, we started off this section by finding off our 10 comic books, so we just needed 4 more to get the trophy. This time I decided to high five Ellie because the last time we didn't, but hey, we only did it because of the trophy, not because I didn't want to high five her. We got to Tommy's Dam, we actually managed to get the prepared for the worst trophy by discovering all workbenches, which means we have successfully done 12 out of 12. Also alongside upgrading a few weapons here, the shorty, and going a little bit on the El Diablo. Moving on to the next part, getting closer to the end of the game, we found our 3rd comic book, which leaves us with 2 to get the Endure and Survive trophy. We managed to upgrade the El Diablo trophy more on the next workbench, but we were just 2 upgrades away, which basically means we're nearly there, and hopefully we can just get in the next one. Playing as Ellie, we managed to get the 4th comic book, which literally leaves us with 1 until we get the Endure and Survive trophy. Unlocking the last shiv door as Joel gave us the Master of Unlocking trophy, and inside this one we found the 12th manual, which means we only have 1 manual left until we get the trophy for that as well. We finished off the El Diablo by upgrading that fully, and the flamethrower was one upgrade away, which unfortunately we could not finish at all because there's no more workbenches throughout the whole game, and I'm not playing another playthrough just to get to this point to upgrade the flamethrower because it's not even a trophy that needs to be unlocked or can be unlocked. So unfortunately I'm just gonna have to leave that for a future project if I decide to return to this game. After beating probably one of the hardest points in the game with the infected, I climbed on top of this truck, got the last manual which was 12 out of 12, and unlocked the something to fight for trophy. Climbing on top of these air ducts rewarded me with the last comic book, which is officially 14 out of 14, which gave me the Endure and Survive trophy. Using whatever bolts and nuts I had left, I just did some final touches to my flamethrower, which literally officially left me with one last upgrade left. Using the last of my supplements, I upgraded to Shiv Master, and in the next clip, well, I went a bit crazy.
Sweet Jesus.
Doctor? What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her. This is our future. Think of all...
No! Fucking animal!
Carrie, shut the hell up!
Please. I don't want to die. Oh God.
Leave a comment in the comment section if you think I need help. I mean, I think I went a little overboard, but you know, it was all well and deserved. I mean, you're gonna kill my daughter, at least I can kill you.
Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
And that is the second run complete, and we picked up a good amount of artifacts, trophies and collectibles altogether during that run. Now finishing my second run, I had to go up into sections and just clear up a bunch of collectibles. The collectibles that I needed to finish the game was 18 out of 30 Firefly pendants, 78 out of 97 artifacts, optional conversations was a 33 out of 54 complete, and Ellie's jokes were 3 out of 6 done. Which basically means in order to get the 100% plat, I need to do every single one of these because each of them contribute to a 100% platinum playthrough. Now, I'm being completely honest with you, this part was not hard at all. This took me a maximum of around 3 to 2 hours, and each time I was jumping into a new game save, I knew exactly what I was looking for because I had watched these little tutorial videos, which I am going to put in the link in the description below because I honestly would not have found these or managed to even think of finding some of these without them. And I'm just going to show you a quick compilation of what I found and what I got in the 2 hours because I didn't record much. I just recorded all the parts that I did find an artifact or there was an optional conversation. And overall, this was probably the easiest part of the whole plat. However, it did leave me with one singular thing that I could not get, an optional conversation. And I didn't understand why or how. So I just decided, hey, I would come back to it and I'll move on to the Left Behind DLC.
You're new around here.
Yeah, Joel from Tommy's.
Brother.
What kind of name is Callus anyway?
Not my fault you forgot to ask Tommy his name.
Callus.
And with the final and last Firefly pendant, this basically meant I had to look for the light trophy, and that meant I can move on to the next part of the 100%, which was getting all the Left Behind DLC trophies.
Fireflies?
Get down!
Oh! Who the fuck are these guys? Stay the fuck back! Joel. Put your arm around me. Come on. think we're safe. Joel? Joel? Shit. Joel, here. Ah, get up, get up, get up. You gotta tell me what to do. Come on. You gotta get up. Joel?
Now this run of the Left Behind DLC was of course very story focused. I still wanted to know what happened in this DLC because it's been a while since I played it. But also this DLC mainly focused on getting the rest of the artifacts and optional conversations, as that was left behind. Well, a little pun right there, left behind. But that was left behind for this DLC because we had to have more stuff in it, and the DLCs were integrated instead of left in separate sections. The Left Behind story arc of this game in the DLC focuses on two parts of the game. One part in between when Joel is unconscious and Ellie has to scavenge and fight and look after him, and a part that happens way before the game even starts. A part that leads to an infection and explains how she even got bit in the first place. We're introduced to a character called Riley, and there's apparently Ellie's first love interest, and we get to explore this beautiful DLC as it's shown how much a child's life can change in a matter of seconds in the world of the infected. And just to realize that she has been infected and she's going to die, but then have to watch her best friend turn and her not turn either, must be one of the most painful things in the world, which is so beautifully captured in this DLC. Tackling a trophy, I had to become the Brick Master, and the Brick Master is basically I verse Riley in a competition to see who can break all the windows in their cars first, and whoever wins gets to have a question asked, and it has to be answered no matter what. And of course, me being the one and only platinum daily consistent YouTuber that I am, funny joke, but I ended up getting the trophy and becoming the Brick Master.
Brick fucking master!
My car had tougher windows.
Yeah, whatever, loser.
Along the way, I ended up picking up 4 more artifacts, which got me closer and closer to the desired goal of getting all 97, which would ultimately help me get the plat. At this point, I had the 6th and final joke, which I needed to make all to Riley, and after listening to all of these jokes order in order and keep making them, I got the trophy.
Good one.
That was a good one.
A boiled egg in the morning is really hard to beat.
That's funny.
That is funny.
I like that one.
I'm reading a book on anti-gravity, and it's impossible to put down.
Nice.
Yes, that one's awesome. It's not that the guy didn't know how to juggle. He just didn't have the balls to do it.
Oh.
I'm glad I know sign language. It's become quite handy.
That's silly.
That's really silly. I forgot how to throw a boomerang, but it came back to me.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. I'm putting this away.
And the next trophy to tackle was the Angel Knives trophy, but this trophy was actually a little bit difficult considering the fact that these quick time events are genuinely quick, like proper quick, and I had to actually keep redoing it because I messed it up, and the whole point of this trophy is to not take any damage, and if you mess up or miss a button, you're gonna take damage. So I had to redo this around 3-4 times, but then after that I got the Angel Knives trophy. Next trophy was probably one of the most easiest trophies of this game, because all I had to do was go up to this arcade machine that was a racing car and just press triangle and let the cutscene play, and then I just got the trophy. It was really that simple.
Stupid.
For the last story DLC trophy, all I had to do was 1v1 Riley in a Super Soaker fight, and I had to beat her 3 times without getting hit. And to be honest, this is easy. I mean, Riley, you need to up them skills because I literally stood still for 2 of the rounds, and for the second round, I actually just stayed in the same general vicinity and she got hit both times. Really, like, no one can mess with me when the Super Soaker fight. I'm winning all the time.
Bullshit.
Oh, shoot!
Finding the last 2 artifacts was another step closer to getting the Chronicles trophy, which I ended up getting, and another couple of trophies left before we ultimately have the platinum trophy of the game.
Last surviving member of my crew.
The next trophy I had to do was I basically just had to get the clickers to go ahead and chase and kill the hunters. And this was pretty easy because the game literally leaves you glass bottles and bricks right next to the location of where you are. So you practically don't even have to move and you can just watch them get killed. That sounds really morbid, but it was kind of fun. Now not needing to worry about any more collectibles or trophies needed to go ahead and finish the Left Behind DLC, all I had to do was just go ahead and play the rest of the DLC. And experiencing this with headphones and just watching the overall reactions of Ellie and Riley, knowing they are moments away from death, was one of the saddest things. Little did Ellie know that she would not be close to death at all.
What are we gonna do?
The way I see it, we got 2 options. Option 1, you take the easy way out. It's quick and painless. I'm not a fan of option 1. 2, we fight.
Fight for what? We're gonna turn into one of those things.
There are a million ways we should have died before today. And a million ways we can die before tomorrow. But we fight for every second we get to spend with each other. Whether it's 2 minutes or 2 days, we don't give that up. I don't want to give that up. My vote? Let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together.
What's option 3?
Sorry. Come on. Let's get out of here.
Now there's one trophy that I didn't get on recorded footage, or I just lost the clip entirely, but I did get the 100% plat, so don't think that I didn't for a second. And also the last trophy that I needed to get was an optional conversation in Pittsburgh. For some reason it just wasn't showing up and I don't know why, so I decided just to do a whole rerun, and I ended up finding the trophy and the last conversation to get the platinum. That's it. That's the whole Last of Us Platinum journey done. This game will single-handedly be my favorite game ever. I don't think even Spider-Man 2 can take how much I felt for this game. This game did everything right. Yes, it lacks on some of the combat, but the remake definitely improves that compared to the remastered or the original. This game altogether took me 48 hours to complete, and that's actually not a bad runtime for a game that is surprisingly as short as this, compared to the length of the sequel, The Last of Us Part 2, which I'm pretty sure is an average run of 20 hours, and oh boy, we're gonna have to get into that game, especially the remaster that recently came out. We're definitely gonna have to do a platinum run of that. This game, I'm gonna say it again, is single-handedly my favorite game. I don't think there's a game that can ever take away how much this game made me express general emotions and made me connect with Joel and Ellie's perspective. I generally felt like I was watching a film that I could play. And some people may say that's bad, but I think that's good. I think it's really good that games are becoming interactive movie experiences, because it doesn't just make parents think, oh, you're playing mindless entertainment. It generally makes parents and, you know, people like me think that there is some worth to playing games. You know, it's not too old or too young to play a game. Especially a game like The Last of Us. You need to at least be 14 years old older, and even if you're like 20 or 30 years old watching this video, you can still play this game because the character is 50 years old, the main one. It's not like this game is going anywhere, and I think this game is going to be staying around in my favorites for a long time. But we'll see how we feel about the sequel. If you guys like this video, make sure to like. If you feel like subscribing, I'll do you a favor, subscribe anyways, because I'm going to have more content coming out. If you want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, I'm going to put it in the link. If you want my X, I'm going to put it in the link. What else? Let's see. If you want my PlayStation username, here you go. There's the username right there. We're on 11 platinums right now. Let's see if we can keep going higher and higher. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.
So, is this everything you were hoping for?
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.